So, good afternoon, everybody. This is a presentation about Sense Wind. We are developing an installation system for large wind turbines, both onshore and offshore. Wind energy, both onshore and offshore, has probably the largest amount of investment globally in renewable energy. Wind turbines are getting a lot larger very, very quickly. So in 1990, they were about 20 meters. Now we're pushing 200-meter diameter rotors. Offshore turbines are going ever deeper, going further offshore, and onshore turbines are getting higher with very high towers. But scaling up the standard methods of installing wind turbines requires ever larger cranes and vessels. So an offshore turbine at the moment is installed by a jack-up, which sits on the seabed, and the maximum operating depth of a jack-up today is probably around 60 meters. If you go further, if you go deeper, you haven't got a vessel to install your turbine. Onshore turbines, you can get cranes, but they're expensive and they take quite a long time to set up. So Sense Wind offers a very different approach, which is faster and safer. It's faster, so you get earlier generation, revenue generation. It uses a shorter weather window, so it's more flexible. There's fewer operations. It's just one single lift, so it's safer. And you can reverse it, so if you have a broken turbine, you can replace it very quickly. It's also cheaper, so we did the feasibility study last year funded by Innovate UK. We calculated that we can get about 9% off of the levelized cost of energy for a large offshore wind farm. There's also other ways that Sense will reduce the cost of wind turbines, but we haven't taken that into account. So for a typical project, say an offshore project of 1,200 megawatts, which is the sort of size that's being looked at the moment, we would get something like 113 million off the capex, about 26 million reduction in the OPEX. So over the lifetime of the wind farm, saving well over 600 million pounds. So I mentioned earlier, I mentioned that we'd done a feasibility study, so that demonstrated the practicality of the Sense concept, and also modelled the cost savings. We've now been offered a Bayes Energy Entrepreneur Fund project to design and build a scale demonstrator. The idea being that we would take a Vestas V27 turbine and effectively modify it to demonstrate the Sense installation system. We've then got a very clear phased development approach to get this product to market. Our partners, so the main development partners are Sense Wind, Exodus Group, which is an oil and gas consultancy, but they have a low carbon division, they call it. And the other partner is Green Marine, which is an actual marine contractor up in Orkney. The collaborators in the project, most of these collaborators worked on the feasibility study, so we already have a strong team that's worked together before, so and is capable of delivering this project. We're talking to industry. We're in active talks with GE, with Holder, and with Wind Energy Holding, which is an Asian wind energy developer. Yeah, that's fine. Funding Sense to market. We need 2 million to do the design and build demonstrator. Of which the 1 million is the base funding. We can get to a commercial onshore product within 30 months with 4 million, and to a commercial offshore product in 48 months with 6 million. our modelling shows that with the 5 different revenue streams from both onshore and offshore, and the technical support fees, we're creating a business that's got a revenue of about 79 million by 2030. So that's the product. If you want to see any more, there's a video of it on sensewindlimited.com, and we're on stand 67. And I'd be pleased to talk to you. Thank you very much.